And just like that, we're now going to have our 11th straight winning week on this channel, because it wasn't enough that we nailed the plus 450 on Tuesday amidst our bad Monday and Tuesday. But you know what? If you got Mahomes down, it's got to be more than 10-3 at halftime. You can't let him linger around, come back, find his form in the second half, win in overtime, because that's what happened on Wednesday and now definitely Thursday. We got the plus 800 Elias same game parlay. 2 points for Lindholm, 2 points for Pedersen. And then even on the Patreon, we had another plus 800 same game parlay. 2 points for McDavid, 2 points for Pavel Buchnevich. Oh, but I'm not on the Patreon. Well, whose fault is that, you cheap bastard? That would have paid it off for you for months on end. So we nailed those, and then even the picks. You go, oh, but you never talk about the picks. You only bring up, all right, there's only one video on Friday, so how about I talk about them? I opened up talking about the Bruins. I said my favorite pick in that game was the under 6.5, bump it up under. Did say I think the Bruins would win. They did not. Then let's go to Dallas, where the under was not even close to good, but the plus money under 2.5 team total was good. Then we go to the Devils game. I said, I don't care. I'm doubling up on those bets from the other night. I took the Kings to win. That was good. The Kempe Kopitar point parlay, that was good. But the over 2.5 goals was not good. Then moving on from there, the Edmonton game. The over 6.5 was good. The over 1.5 for McDavid points was good. And then the over 1.5 for McDavid points with the Ryan Nugent-Hopkins line mate same game parlay was good. The Oilers to win was not. So 2 out of 3 in the Kings, 2 out of 3 there. And then in the Colorado game, we got that over 6.5, Colorado Lightning. And then in that last game, we obviously hit the mega same game parlay. That's what I'm talking about, and that's why you guys are here, because you know, if you are going to have a chance at being a successful Pirate, Dan, and everything in between, as you've now seen for the 11th straight week, who's hitting plus 800s on the regular? Nobody, which is why we're here and we can start talking about this Friday night. But leave it to the NHL. Hey, you get everything you want on Thursday. We're even going to put 8 games at 7 o'clock, so you can't even watch them all. Even if you have a multicast, it's max 4 games. Can't watch all the games because we're here to screw you on Friday night when you're actually done with the work week and maybe you want to kick back and relax and watch some hockey. No, we're not giving you anything. We're going to give you a 9 o'clock game, and it's going to be the Carolina Hurricanes, Arizona Coyotes, the biggest hockey markets around. But I guess we'll find something. We'll find something in there for you because I know you need something, even if there's one game. When I see these two teams, you guys know how I feel about a certain one of these teams. But I will say this. In the NHL, I think you're quickly learning every single team, top to bottom, but it just ranges depending on who you are. Every team throughout an 82-game season has about 4 to 7 or 8 mail-ins where they don't have it, they don't bring it. You watch it saying, what the hell did I just watch? It could be the absolute best team in the league. It could be a team like the Colorado Avalanche getting shut out in Buffalo and also in Pittsburgh, where you're like, what the hell? Where's that team that I just saw going back and forth for game after game after game? And then every team has mail-ins. And I bring that up because if there is a team who is least likely to give you a random mail-in when they play a beatable team, it's the Carolina Hurricanes. That's the identity they've built under Rod Brind'Amour for over 5 years now. They've always been great during the regular season because they do rarely mail in these games. So I obviously am going to take the Carolina Hurricanes in this game. Yes, we're looking at a rather nasty price, which is why I will find ways to chop this down for you. Number 1, I will take the under on Jason Zucker registering a point. Now, why did I choose him? I'm looking to avoid their key contributors, their key power play players. I'm looking for somebody buried a little bit on their roster, somebody less likely to impact the score sheet. These two teams just played like 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, and it was 1-1 late in the third, ended up 3-1. I'm going to do something I never do for you guys because there's only one game on this slate. I'm going to give you 2 potential final scores that I would throw out there. I never bet on that. It is... I mean, when you bet on stuff like that, playoffs, I will do it in the playoffs because I think the variety of scores shrinks down to about this. But I'm going to go with either a replica of the exact score of their last game, 3-1, which was also the score of their last game at home against Minnesota, and then also 5-2. I'm going with either 3-1 Canes or 5-2 Canes, which I guess your first thought when you hear something like that is, well, I'm going to take the Canes puck line. Do whatever the hell you want. It's Friday night. You just probably hit a plus 800 same game parlay. The world is your oyster. Outside of that, I'm going to go with one of my line player point combos, like the combinations. And who's due? I think Sebastian Aho is due, along with his line mate, power play line mate, Svechnikov. I mean, Svechnikov just came back a couple games ago. You guys know when they click. Who remembers that Washington game where we hit everything under the sun? And it was Burns, Svechnikov, Aho just raking it up. Multiple points on the power play. I'm hoping we see them contribute in this game. One thing about Carolina, you know they fire a ton of shots. So if we get a save total under 28.5, 27.5, I'm going to take the over on saves for whoever's playing net for Arizona, because they don't announce that until either the afternoon of or a couple hours before, especially with Arizona. It's hard to know at times. But I'm going to go with the same game parlay of Sebastian Aho and Svechnikov both to register a point in this game. And then I'm going to go with old reliable. I have to. If I'm predicting them getting all these shots on goal, it's Brent Burns over 2.5 shots on goal for me. You know, he always felt comfortable out there on those West Coast time zones. Well, it's not exactly, but right out there in Arizona, all those years with the Sharks, I think he'll be ready to play in this one. Give me the Brent Burns over 2.5 shots on goal. That's what I got for you on a Friday night. That's all there is. There's one rickety game, and I gave you some final scores. I gave you some parlays. What else do you want? You got your plus 800 last night. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll find some more this weekend. Also, you could find some more later on when I do picking corners. I'm going to talk about a couple things throughout the course of the week. There's always things that come up that, like, oh my God, people didn't know. I always just assume people know things, which is crazy, because I also simultaneously think that people don't understand anything. I think your average person understands nothing. Like, how many times have you heard me say, don't take a money line with under 6.5 because you're wasting a goal? You know how many people proudly show me their winning tickets, and it's a money line with under 6.5? I just wonder, like, does that human being, they heard the sentences, what goes inside here? Oh, he said you can't take the money line with under 6.5. All right, I'm going to go with Vancouver and under 6.5. I don't get it. I'd be worse than Tortorella as a coach, because I don't have patience for this. Sometimes I don't go down into the comments, because the next video will be 48 minutes of me just destroying some of the people. But then it's also like, come on, Andy, be a nice guy. It's conflicting. I'm like Jon Snow, part ice, part fire, and it's just tough for me to deal with. Anyway, I'll stop talking right now. Hope to see you guys later on for picking corners. I will talk about some of these things and also take a first look at the Saturday slate. Hopefully, I will see you then. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel here and click the notification so you know when that video is available. I don't have spam videos. You don't have to worry about me once in a while I have scams. I got the scam of the week on my other podcast, but no spam. Hopefully, I will see you guys later. And, you know, I didn't put that video out early today. You know the rule. 7,500 views, 125 comments. It will be out as soon as it's available. If not, I'll put it out in the morning. But then again, I guess who cares? You'll be getting it anyway. Take it easy.